Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Hello children, welcome back to Social Studies. This is Standard 5. Looking at a very interesting topic known as transport. Transport. Now, we need to understand what we mean by transport. Transport. For being at school, this is what we have, the management, the transport management system. Okay? So what do you mean by transport? So transport is a movement of people and goods from one place to another. So this is a movement. You have to move, movement of people and goods from one place to another. Movement. Probably I've decided to move this thing from here to this point. Okay? So let us say this is point A. This is point B. Okay? So I've decided to move this thing from here, from this point A all the way to point B. So that is what we call transport. Movement of goods or even people. Movement of people or goods from one place to another. Okay? That is what we call transport. Moving of goods from one place, people moving from one place to another. That is what we call transport. Okay? So that is what we mean by transport. Now, I just want us to quickly look at the early forms of transport. Early forms. Early forms of transport. Early forms of transport. So these are forms of transport that were being used in the past. So how did people used to travel in the past? There were no vehicles, okay, to transport people, okay? So what methods were they doing? Were they using? One, they used animals that we call pack animals. So which are these kind of animals we call the pack animals? These are animals that are able to carry heavy loads and heavy goods. For example, we have the oxen, we have the donkey, we have the camels. Okay? These are animals that are able to carry, okay, heavy goods. That's what we call pack animals. So they used to use animals such as a donkey, oxen to transport goods from one place to another. Another method they used to use people that they will carry goods on their heads or even shoulders or back. Now, this kind of people, we call them porters. We call them porters. Okay? So, there were people who were used to carry the goods. For example, I would decide to carry a good like this. Okay? For example, these are book. I decide to carry it on my head. I probably move from one distance to another. That is what we call transport, whereby people who are used were porters. They would use their shoulders to carry goods, or even they would use their backs. The women, long time ago, they would carry goods with special things that they used to carry known as the kionos, okay? So they would carry them on their back, okay? So now that is the kind of people that used to transport goods from one place to another. So those are the kind of early forms. There's also another early form. They would use what we call the canoes and or small boats. For example, in places like rivers that they would need to cross or move. they would use what we call the canoes of such kind of things. Now, very quickly, I would like we look at the present forms of transport. Okay? The present form of transport, or modern. I would say modern. Okay, modern forms of transport. So the modern forms of transport that we have today, that we are looking at. One, we have what we call the road transport. So road transport, one of the types of transport. Now, for the transport, we have different kind of roads. One, we have what we call the tarmac road. We have the all-weather surface roads, and we have the dry weather roads. Now, our roads are tarmacked, like the ones you find in towns, well tarmacked. What we mean by tarmac is that tar has been used in mixing and making a very good ground for transport. So we have road transport. Now here in road transport we have vehicles that are used. So vehicles are being used such as buses, lorries, okay? We have vehicles, different kind of vehicles. We have what we call the road transport. Number two, we have what we call the railway. For example, right now we are talking about the SGR, the new SGR railway mode that was created or came by the President Uhuru Kenyatta, which was an expansion of the former railway line, whereby this time around our railway transport has been improved thanks to the Jubilee government. That's one of the achievements that I've come up with, whereby they've improved our railway transport, whereby it has been a bit faster than the way it used to be. Okay, so you find that going to Mombasa using railway has now become fast. Not in the past, we would say that railway transport was the slowest. But as for now, we find that railway transport has been a bit fast. Actually, going to Mombasa will take you around 4 hours, opposed to road transport that will go in the bus for 8 hours. So we find that the railway transport now has been improved, and actually it has really greatly improved in our country. So in railway transport, we find that the country has really improved, and now we are talking about railway transport. We see transportation of bulky goods. Okay, this is where bulky goods are transported. Now, number three, we have what we call the air transport. This is where we have aeroplanes. Okay, aeroplanes. Actually, air transport is the fastest means of transport. Fastest means of transport, okay? Used in transporting perishable goods, such as vegetables that could perish very quickly. Very valuable goods, gold, valuable items, diamonds, okay? So air transport, very safe. Actually not, I wouldn't say very safe, but I would talk about, in terms of conveniency. Being the fastest, air transport is the fastest means of transport, whereby through air we have the aeroplanes. We have our biggest airport, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, whereby it holds one of the largest aeroplanes landing in our country. Okay. Number four, we have water transport. Whereby in water transport we have two types, where we have the inland and the sea. The inland transport, and you have the sea transport. Okay, so inland we have Lake Victoria, whereby you see we have the Indian Ocean. So we have transport at Lake Victoria, transporting people and goods via canoes, small boats. And you have sea, whereby we see the ferries, the ships, the steamers, okay? Transporting things along the sea, okay? Number five, we have what we call the pipeline. Pipeline, we transport things like water, we have gas, and petroleum. So using pipeline is actually safe to transport petroleum goods via pipeline. So it's very important to note this kind of transport that we have in our country. Now, I'll finalize by looking at something here very quickly. Let us look at causes. What are the causes of road accidents? What causes our accidents in our country? What are the causes? So very quickly, we look at causes of road accidents. What do you think are the causes of road accidents? Number one, cause of road accident, we have overspeeding. Actually, this is a major cause of road accident. So vehicles overspeeding, driving at high speed, causes a road accident. Another one is what we call unroadworthy vehicles. This means vehicles that are not in good condition. Okay? When vehicles are not in good condition, causes overspeeding. We have what we call overloading, carrying more than excess. That is why we have weighbridge that monitors the loading of vehicles. So we have overloading of vehicles. Okay? Another one is unqualified. Unqualified drivers. Drivers are not qualified to drive. And number 5, we have poor weather conditions. Poor weather conditions, whereby when it is rainy, these causes these things to happen. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.